Price is ranging. Is there news today? News already popped off, so we haven't touched the gold zone. If you look at yesterday, price pretty much just went straight to the heavens. We haven't touched the gold zone. We've got about 1,000 pips of movement. Got some volume. Got price pushing the top side. Oh yeah. Yesterday's high. So we got big volume. Minute and a half left. one gold zone. About your juice, bro? Got you. Overnight, my phone is on a silent do not disturb mode. I got you right now. Okay, refresh, and you should be Gucci. So price wick to the top. That's pretty much previous day high and R3. Rejecting previous day high. Previous day high. So we got a big rejection right there, previous day high. Just waiting to see, are we going to stay above perp or not? Back on perp. So rejecting this area. It's a previous day high. At a low of today. Whichever way we break out, whichever way we break out. S1. Price is underneath perp. Kind of no volume. Have not touched the gold zone yet. So if this is making a interest to the bottom, that would make sense. If we don't want to go up, then the only place we can go is down. I'm just trying to understand where and why we would reject this area. The only thing I can see is on the higher time frames. It's an area of resistance. And I'd just like to see a little bit more of what price is going to do here underneath perp, as we're getting fairly close to P gold zone. Is price staying underneath perp, or is price going to try to fake us out? Got some support there. Got volume there heading down to P gold zone. Previous candle gave us a little bullish engulfing. Looking ahead, we got P gold zone is also a level. If price breaks P gold zone, we got 500 down by S1. Right, map it out in your guys' heads. What's the gameplay? R1 is also right there. Previous day R1. If we can break P gold zone. Pretty much down at P gold zone now. If we can break P gold zone strong, that would be amazing. So we'll just pay attention to this. Once again, if we break P gold zone, which you'll say is a level, we've got previous day S1 or R1, the 500 MA down there. But let's see how we respond to P gold zone right now. Nice. Nothing wrong with that. I'm just gonna give it a little bit more time to see how it wants to respond to P gold zone. The only thing I'm thinking in my head is, you know, we're hard pushing underneath perp. What's the likelihood of us getting through P gold zone? But I'm just gonna watch and manage. I'm just gonna watch and manage. There's nothing else to do. Very nice. To the moon! Tonight we steal the moon! Are getting some support here. I've got my stop loss and profit in case we support back up. Once again, what Irfan did, taking profit at the gold zone, good, smart, responsible. What I'm doing, just here kind of trailing my candle, is just to see if price was going to get us through P gold zone, which we did not. So I'm taking about 120 off of that. I could have taken probably close to 300-400 per account, but I wanted to give it a chance to see if we wanted to break P gold zone. Yep, really supported P gold zone. Got big support here. Price is pretty oversold. Let's see how we respond to perp. Might be kind of BRCing London low, London Asia low. volume down. See if I can break P. Or are we going to support P again? So we got price here stalling out on P gold zone. All we're looking for is a little bit of direction here. Give us a little bit of direction. Whew. There's like a tiny little wedge forming on the 1. So we got some pressure to the downside here. I need like some freaking confirmation. Give me something. Give me something to make me feel more comfortable. Got some more support there. Maybe not ready to go down. Possibly supporting here. On the 1 hour, I've got like a big uptrend line. It could possibly be why we're stalling out here. Stalling out to possibly bounce back up. Back at perp. So we definitely know we are ranging in like this 2000 pip area. Similar to yesterday, this is a very similar movement, right? Price shot down and slowly trickled up the entire day. a price pushed down to like the 500 in the gold zone yesterday. Today we kind of are P gold zone level, still in an uptrend. Uptrend overall. We're at perp right now. So coming back into London, Asia. So kind of a break of perp, a little bit weak. The only thing I'm worried about is if we're making like a lower high. But I'm going to just manage as data comes out to us. Because if you think about it, think about the fuckery, right? Of course, there's always a chance I could be wrong with what I'm about to say, but 630 gives us volume to the top. Imagine how many people entered in for buys because of that volume, not allowing that wick to play out. I'm sure there's hundreds of thousands of people who got into buys. The very next candle, they turn it around, they tap everybody out, stop loss for a loss. We take it down. Now they're bouncing off of P gold zone to push all the way up. And fuck everybody. Fuck everybody who got into buys at 630 just to push price right back up where they were expecting it to go. You know, like that's the fuckery I think about when it comes to trading. I'm like, these guys are so sick in their fucking brain that they do that to us. They do that. Because all the people who got in for buys at 630, if they see price shoot straight to the moon right now, they're gonna be fucked. You gotta be sick, guys. You gotta think like the criminals. You gotta think like them. It would be funny as fuck if they did that. They are laughing. They are laughing. I am laughing because I see through it. They're like, we're gonna fuck them at 630. We're gonna make them think it's going up. We're gonna drop it down to the gold zone. We're gonna push it back up. But also, what I'm worried about here is a possible M forming, right? Like, if this doesn't just completely push up, then we could be forming an M here on P gold zone. Bloop, 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 bloop. That would continue a downtrend structure. So it really is what we do here in this area that will kind of make or break what's going to happen here. I need to get some water. I've been being gifted wine so much lately. I've been drinking so much fucking wine. Ah! You know how I know I'm getting old? I'm looking at my my friends and them that live with me, their toothpaste, and it's all Sensodyne. And I use Sensodyne too. No, do I use Sensodyne? I don't know what I use. But I use one of those toothpastes that are good for the sensitive teeths. So we got some rejection here. Once again, either we're shooting to the moon or we might be rejecting here to make an M. So that's what I'm waiting for. So rejection of perp, possible M. They're just messing with us today. What does the M look like? Like a letter M. Like this. So big volume pushing down here. But you don't take trades based off of M. You don't take it based off of an M that hasn't formed yet. We take it when it breaks, and if it breaks, then that'll be the break of P. But price is just fucking dancing in this area. So I'm gonna say once we break this level that we just rejected on the top, or if we break P gold zone, it's probably where we'll end up going, or whichever direction. Big support now. They're just fucking with price here. Back at perp. Big wick to the bottom. Hammer. That M is no longer. Alright, here's my analysis. If price doesn't push up after this, I'm going to be done for the day. Because everything so far is not normal. So let's see how this candle plays out. Nice little hammer here. Any other day I would expect this to just continue up. So that's why in my head I'm telling myself, just like yesterday, even though it continued up slowly, if price is not going to do what we're expecting it to do, which is what it usually just does, then we can't force it. See right there? I'm waiting for this to blow up, and if it doesn't, it's not for me. It's not for me. And what time is it? 7:30? Yeah, they just be doing work today. It's only been an hour. Don't believe them. Don't believe them. Don't fall into their traps. abajo, arriba. Alright, we got a little volume. We got a little volume pushing up. Is this fucking real or what? 2 minutes left on this candle. Where is the gold zone above? Ugh. I don't know. I'd really have to see price break the high of the day. Which at that point, yeah, then I'd believe we'd go to the moon. But that's at least 1,000 or so pips to the high of the day, so let's see what we do here. And what I always think is, you know, what are we establishing? Like this off of P gold zone for the day, right? For the overall day. Is this the low of the day? You know, because if this is going to be the low of the day, that means we should have a decent amount of room to go up, right? And same thing at 6:30, I thought in my head, could this be the high of the day? Because if this is the high of the day, then we might drop a substantial amount. So always think about that too, right? Like when we're starting to make structure movements, right? The peaks or the valleys, right? The highs or the lows. The peaks are the highs, the valleys are the lows. Ask yourself, like, could this be the low of the day? Could this be the high of the day? Could it be, you know, like a substantial area that price is going to support or resist, and then just continue in whatever direction opposite? Right now price is still above the 500, so I'm always looking to want to take a buy. This morning as we were taking that sell off there, you know, the same reason why I would look to take a buy is the same reason why I would look to take the sell, is there was substantial area in between 500 and where price was. So if price wanted to, and price didn't hit a gold zone, right? So that was kind of the biggest thing right there, is price never hit a gold zone. We'll get magnetized to one and then possibly start doing normal juice stuff. Price is above perp right now. So this area where 635, you know, possible, like some people would consider this an order block where price kind of rejects whatever direction and comes down. So I'll be watching this closely if price doesn't want to break this area. So we are getting some rejection here. For me, I'm going to be, you know, just seeing what we do here. This previous candle was literally the first candle to get fully above perp. It's just unfortunate that it's going right into this area that could be resistance. But what I'll do is I'll watch how this responds to perp. I'll watch how this responds to this area. And like I said, after this hammer, after this hammer at 725, yeah, if price doesn't start trickling up, even if it's slowly, I would be like not wanting to take anything else for the day. Just because I want to take average stuff, right? Like average movement makes me so happy. You, Chris686, what are you looking for to short? I only trade the US30 and sometimes NAS. I'm not really looking to short or to buy anything just yet. So we are resisting this area. That's a fact. Just want to see what we do here on perp. But I don't want to make any decisions prematurely, especially when it comes to perp, right? Because price does like to dance around perp. But just so you know, Chris 686, what you're looking at is US30 top two charts, and NAS are the two bottom charts here. I just look at two different time frames, 1 minute and 5 minutes. So we are rejecting this area. 55 seconds left on this candle. Perp is right there. Unless we start wicking the bottom, that would make me a little bit uneasy about price wanting to go up. There it is. The rejection. I might be done for the day, guys. I'm not going to take anything else. Once again, my kicker is that hammer. You know, that hammer that we just had at 725. Any normal day, I would believe that price would just shoot straight to the moon. But since it didn't, you know, I gotta question the day. Roger that, Yuzo. Yeah, don't force anything, guys. On a day like this, when we've already seen movement and it's not doing what we are expecting, don't force things. Do not force things. But like I said, this candle here, this 635 candle, is what this whole area is what I was worried about being an area of resistance. Which now we might be making our M here. We might be making our M. Price gets underneath perp. Yeah. Either we'll be making our M or we will be ranging. So we got price breaking down. See, so now I'm asking myself the same thing I was just telling you guys. Is this establishing the high of the day? Back underneath perp. So two things, right? We're either wedging making the high of the day, making an M to finally come down. But still, I wouldn't be so confident in it until we break the gold zone. It's kind of where my confirmations would be. Because what we do know is price has made a lot of movement around perp, but nothing has been confirmed with our normal entries that we like to take. Big wick to the bottom. Time is at 7:49. So that's our wedge. Yeah, I mean, I'll just wait for that to break out. Alright, if nothing pops off this wedge by like 8:15, I'm gonna be calling it a day for me. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some more water. 2.5 minutes left. Gucci! we're still stuck in here? What the fuck? Alright, well, I didn't miss anything. All of that movement today was just to tell us that we're in a wedge. Shabama. Well, now we wait.
Day 1 chart. The menstrual cycle begins. The thick lining of the uterus starts.
I didn't say that. Somebody else, bro. Hey, yo, I let you fucking talk, bro. I let you talk. I'm done, guys. I'm not saying that everybody has to go and start a business, but everybody can. I'm never going to come on my platform and try to tell people what they can and can't fucking do. I'm not going to do that. If they want to go into business, they can go into business. If they want to be successful, they can call me and I'll help them be successful.
This is how former five-star quarterback Dylan Raiola warms up before a game. A warm-up routine I quickly realized was one of the most unique in all of college.
I see now why your biases to the downside.
Yeah.
And that Chris you out. And not Christian lucky you.
In luck.
You have this card, you have a $300 hotel credit.
Above the Bremo. What are you trading? Gold, gold, gold.
Sorry, I cannot hear you.
You clip this little thing to your pants and hang them neatly in the closet. In the past, pants were...
I can't stop playing with this tripod. It's the coolest freaking thing. Have you seen this? The Tappa Tripod 3.0 with the super strong magnetic head, double pivoting head, super beast. Did you know that I can turn this into a power bank tripod? Yeah. Watch. Look. Now I can charge my phone while connected to my tripod. You see that? Don't worry, the magnet is strong. So not only is Craft Geek's new Tappa Tripod selfie. Why would I make them so uncomfortable?
Alright, I found the perfect lounge set. Look, it's so
Just the coolest thing ever. Since it has a 1/4" thread, if you have anything that has a threaded bottom to it.
You have 6 weeks left to use your platinum and...
Tienes que hacerle caso a guests that are clearly drunk.
Stream X Live. People on there right now.
Come on, 8 o'clock. Give us some volume.
Guy at the 68, 54 level where he's ready to get filled. He just keeps flashing those orders. 68, 54 is flashing these orders. Just hoping he doesn't create the momentum once he gets absorbed.
I'm watching all these streamers on TikTok, and they're all taking fat losses today.
500 orders down at 68, 53. They're all buy orders, dude.
I mean, I didn't win much today, but I also didn't lose as much as these people are losing.
So the motherfucker.
Did you hear about the new POS?
Right. And then what I also had, and then also I ended up explaining.
Since everyone keeps on asking me, what's the difference?
This guy just took a buy
Not.
on Nas, and it's dropping. See, if he had the gold zones, he would know that that's P gold zone, and price is under it.
No class of that. This is, yeah. These are buy orders, so he could be short and trying to get out, but the way he's flashing orders, it looks like he's trying to get in. I don't know. Can't really tell. Even if this trade were to fail, I would take this trade 10 times out of 10.
Even if this trade were to fail, I would be taking this trade 10 times out of 10. Then that means you're going to lose every time.
He's down there around where he's placing his orders, I think.
It's wild when these guys are trading live and the excuses they make.
Nothing really. It's bouncing off that SMA above us. We need to just blow through that. It's going to hit these orders here at 53. The question is create momentum when it does.
But I guess that's the reason, I feel like these guys who trade online live, when they're like sharing their screens, they're never like, I don't get their,
60, there it is.
because the biggest thing that I've been seeing lately, and there's always, his stop loss is about to hit.
More order here at 68, 53 flat. So
It looks like he's on a demo account anyways.
that right there.
But he's taking he took a buy on on Nas.
Just absorb, not go up. No momentum here. Pull back.
He's like, oh, it's just a pullback. It's just an absorption, and then it's gonna continue up. Like, no, you're already negative like $200.
There we go.
Oh shit!
Down to the upside.
Nope, no upside. It's dropping. That's P goes on, bitch. You shut her down. Oh, stop loss hit. Oh, live. I'm gonna comment. Oh, that was amazing. That's everything I won't do today.
Part of the game.
It's part of the game. Oh, that's always the biggest one. It's part of the game, guys.
Yeah, one many.
Fuck, that was just a horrible trade. Just be honest. Why can't you just say it was a bad entry? See how many followers he has. He's got 16,000 followers. Wild, man.
I'll look at your
These fuckers are wild. That's P gold zone rejection. You could have took that down if you had the gold zones, baby. But you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Oh shit. You know what, guys? I need to start spectating these traders. That would be good content. I need to start spectating them
setting, yeah, the bias or whatever. You can stop out and
He's
just
got all these fair value gap indicators and shit. If you trade what most people trade, well, you're gonna get results like most people get. So looking like we're getting some volume to the downside. We just had a wick right off of perp. I don't know if that's a real yet or not. I want to see some volume. Some little rejection there. Oh, it's just a support. Sorry. So we're back into the wedge. Roger that, bro. It looks like it's gonna break soon, so just, keep an eye on it. It's getting real tight in there. We got some volume here. What time is it? 8:07? Sounds about right for this volume. Whatever I do enter, if I do enter though, I'm not full porting anything. I might go like half the risk, like 250 risk or something. Oh, fuck. We had some volume there, not out of the wedge yet. Still at that area that That fucking 635 candle. Come on. I'm getting hungry. I want to go to the gym.
Ich Quatsch erzähle oder gerade die Wahrheit spreche. Ich könnte euch jetzt sagen, dass ich heute Morgen nur joggen war, um neu...
In Deutschland. Supporting the bottom. Come on, break the fuck out already. The amount of different countries' fight songs I know is amazing. For real. That's pretty fucking funny. It reminds me of when I was a kid. Broke, poor kid catching the bus. I remember I used to take little twigs and I would just clean the cracks in the ground, like while I'm waiting for the bus. Just flicking dirt and dust out of the cracks in the ground. Yeah, that's what that reminds me of. That's the type of shit I used to do. Just cleaning dirt on the ground. Erika. After I learned and kindness bloom a land on das Heiß Erika. I von understanden deinen Blinden wird am Schatt Erika. This is not the version I like. Ooh, they got a remix? Not the remix I was expecting. Oh, it is. It's fucking hard style. Erika, da, da, da. I'm on understand crying and bleeding like. Erika. Somebody just fucking threw a hardstyle beat over the song. Didn't even change anything else. What the fuck? Erika. How can we just be stuck in this frickin' Woodgemus Maximus? Come on. I see you want to. Just fucking do it! Just go in the hole! Go home! Don't you want to go home? Did you guys watch the Happy Gilmore 2? I just watched it, like, a couple weeks ago. It was good, but not as good as the first, of course, but still. I didn't even realize they did a Happy Gilmore 2. Okay. Well, we got some movement getting us out of the wedge, but I think the wedge is drawn incorrectly. I drew it from the tip of 630, but I think it's needing to be from the body. Kind of like that right there. That would make sense. When I was in high school, I used to do the dance to Tae Yang's wedding dress song, and my homegirls want me to do it again on TikTok, and I'm like, I forgot all the moves to it. Guess I have to learn it again. Actually, I didn't forget it all. I lie. But I just don't got ankles. I don't got ankles like that anymore. There's something I gotta say before I let you go. Listen. I smell pizza. You can be my baby. Kajima! Who the fuck's calling me from a 334 number? No, that is just what I think is the area of resistance. So, when you look at like volume candles, right? Like these bigger volume candles like 635, and not even that, like anytime you're reaching like a peak or a valley, there's always, not always, but there's going to be some times where there's a big candle that just goes the other direction. So if you're looking at my screen right now, like even look at NOS, right? NOS down here. So you can see price pushed up here like before 6 o'clock, 6:05. And then you kind of see this candle right here, right? This big ass red one. So just looking at that, from where that candle kind of rejected down to where like the first kind of candles touch it, right over here, like at 6, well, you got the big candle here, 630, 635, 640, that's all dropping down. This whole area, there's a specific name for it. I forgot if they call it order blocks or whatever the fuck they call it, but I think it is order blocks. So it's an area where price, there's still orders there. That's exactly why it's called an order block. So there's still, let's say they dropped price really fast, and fair value gaps are, I'll show you if I can find one, but I don't consider this fair value gaps. I consider this just order blocks because it's the psychological part about it. So just imagine you're a broker and you push volume down. Now there's going to be a lot of entries that are being triggered for sales because people have orders there. So you guys got to remember, we're playing against bigger institutions, right? We're trying to like get into the same trades as them. They have orders placed everywhere, believe it or not, that we can't see, right? If you're a broker, you can actually see everything. You can see where orders are placed to trigger. You can see where stop losses are. You can see where TPs are. So the moment we hit, like we put like our TPs and our stop losses and things, the brokers can see that. So these order blocks, like whether you're looking at this NOS one or whether you're looking at this one on US30, it is, yeah. So it is okay. We might be getting volume downside. It is just areas that price may come back to and then completely drop. Today, and it's not always going to be as clean as today's, but you can see it's pretty clean. Like even if we're just looking at US30s, right? US30s, I drew it the length of the candle, but technically it would kind of be like at the top of, it would be like right here at the top of like 645's candle or 640's candle, so like right there, a little bit smaller. But I just kind of put it to the bottom because of the wick of 640. I was just like, I'm just gonna have it all the way. But if you look at that, right, so if you just have that there and you draw that there, you can tell yourself exactly what I told you guys is, if we don't break completely up from here, this could be an order block area where brokers are pushing price back up just to drop it. So what they do, right, 630, they triggered orders, 640, they triggered orders for buys, 635 comes, they stop loss everybody on those buys, 635 triggers sells, what do? They bring it right back up to the same area. Because there's going to be people who did not enter into their sales, or for some reason their orders never got triggered. So what they'll do is they'll push price back up to this area, drop it back down if you're in it for a win. So that's all it is. We don't see that often, you know, and my order or my orbs, if I'm drawing it, the open range breakouts, it's going to be like 630 to 640. That's where I'll usually draw mines. So we do got some volume here. How much time left on this candle though? 2 minutes. But yeah, fair value gaps, I don't really fuck with them because what I like to just say about them is like, it's just runs. You know, like when price runs, there's always going to be like a couple candles that look abnormally large, and I'm sure you guys have seen them in the past. And those are the ones that I'm like, okay, well, price is bound to go back to those areas, right? I always say, you know, if there's a previous day that price just ran, just like kind of like yesterday, right? Price kind of ran yesterday. No, it didn't. Never mind. There is none yesterday. But yeah, you'll see days where we just run like a candle or two, and then it may not be the next day. It may just be sometimes in the future. But price is going to make the correction, right? Because what those fair value gaps are, it's just exactly that. It's gaps of value. So fuck the fair part. People are just adding shit to whatever, make a marketing thing out of it. But it is just gaps of volume. And what gaps of volume are is just, there was probably too many buyers or too many sellers in the market at that time. Brokers couldn't pair the buyer with the sellers. So then there's a run. There's an imbalance, right? Whatever you want to call it. Imbalance. You want to call it a fair value gap. But all it is at some point in the future, price will come back and make up that what they would consider a win or a loss, but it's really not, because they have enough money to push price up, you know, losing money technically in the sales, but then at some point in the future they'll drop price and then they'll make it back up. So I don't call them out and I don't look for them, because usually when we're trading, we are just trading the momentum, and like we don't even know that a fair value gap. I mean, well, we don't think about it, right? We don't think about it. We just know that it's a run. Like, let's see if we can find one. So we got volume pushing down, but we got wick to the bottom. It's not the most convincing, but it is pushing out. So let's just see how price reacts to this area. Let's see if we can find one. And people will find it on like the 15-minute. But that's the thing, is like, man, you'll rarely find them. I'll be real. That's why I don't like to look for them, because if you're looking for fair value gaps in the moment, sometimes it might never happen. So like here. Okay, so I see two fair value gaps already. A couple. So over here you can see on this day price runs, right? Price runs down. Like technically all of this right here would be fair value gap. So you imagine if we're on this day right here and we see that running down. To us, all we're doing is, well, we're taking that down, right? We're selling off here. Price is underneath perp, we're selling down. We're not saying that this is a fair value gap or anything. We're just saying, okay, price is hitting a high, R3, price is dropping underneath perp, price breaks here, London, and then we get the drop. So now that we have this area established, how they use that, as a strategy in the future is now we tell ourselves, like, yeah, at some point price will probably come up to this area and make up this drop. So look in the future. Look right here. Right? We get to this area, P gold zone, price pushes up right here. Where does it go? R1 gold zone inside of the fair value gap. So for me, I don't want to rely on looking for these gaps because, well, there is so much room for error because we're humans. I like to just trade what we see, right? So in this day, we're just trading down. On this day, it's a support off of perp, confirmation through P, running P gold zone to R1. Like, isn't that so much more simpler? It's so much more simpler than having to worry. And yes, you could argue that, yes, it's another reason to enter into your entry, but, once again, if you're not 100% confident with understanding the gaps, then, well, good luck, right? You might be skewing your strategy because, well, you're not sure on how to draw them or how to find them. And even right here, like, I can see one fair value gap right here, this little one here at 8:30 on this day. So let's see, let's draw this out, and you can see, like, even over here when price breaks above, where does price come back to? It comes back to this little fair value gap area, which is perp, right? It comes down to the fair value gap on top of it, which is perp. Perp support runs back up to R1, right? Isn't it just so much easier just to have perp doing its thing, and then we just take the entry off of perp? But now let's look at the fair value gap in the future. Let's stretch it out. Look at that. All of a sudden, this fair value gap here on this day becomes the low of the day right here. And then we get a fat support. Oh, are we pushing down? Are we pushing down? Hold on, I'm looking at this. So this fair value gap on this previous day now becomes an area of support here. But it's like, well, it's already our P gold zone. One less thing for us to even worry about, right? Remove the fair value gap, and what are we doing? We're just taking the support here off of P gold zone up to the level. Yeah, it's giving us some volume. Let's see how it ends. If this is the breakout of the wedge, that'll be nice. But that's it. So once again, everything that you guys, every strategy or like every indication or indicator that's ever fucking been used or is being used, I've utilized it. Or I've tried it, or I've explored it. Fair value gaps, the open range breakout, the fucking, I don't know, there's so fucking many. There's just so many. Exactly. Like what I've come to realize is, or like Fibonacci, right? Like people will bring out Fibonacci retracement tool like this, and then they'll be like, okay, like, but Fibonacci is only good on like the higher time frames, in my opinion. But Fibonacci, like, if you pull up, I don't know, let's go look for one then. Just real quick. Fibonacci retracement to See, and that's the thing. Like even finding out where the real retracement is, it's almost impossible unless you understand structure. So here's a low. Okay, so the way the Fibonacci tool works is you find your high, and then wherever the low is, right over here, you would draw down, and then you would wait. And just letting you know, you're off of mute, Irfan. So Fibonacci tool coming down, and you would wait for price to like reject up to like this 61.8 area, and then it did though. It did come up to it, and then it did drop. But that's just the thing. Is like fuck. Unless you know how to draw it from your high and you know where the real low is, well, the chances of you getting it wrong is very high. So, and then if we just remove this, look at this. This area where the Fibonacci like entry would have been, it's just a level. Over here, it's P gold zone. It's all just BS to me. But once again, all the strategies work. It's just a matter of finding the ones that work for you and like the time frame that you want to trade on. Like I used to try to trade when I first started. I did try to trade the Fibonacci, and I realized like on the smaller time frames, it's rough. It is rough to try and trade Fibonacci on the higher time frame. So we aren't breaking P gold zone. We are kind of just supporting this area. Once again, price is not making normal movement today. We'll see if we continue down here. We'll give it some time. But yeah, all of those indicators, and feel free, like don't be afraid to ask me, which I know you guys are not afraid to ask me anything, but I'm just saying, like, if there's anything that you guys come across that you think is good or beneficial, right, to either add to the trading strategy, or maybe it works for you, do not feel some type of way about coming to me and asking me about it, because we can go through all the reasons why I don't use it, and for maybe there's reasons that I don't use it that maybe you might feel comfortable using it, so I'll never turn you away for trying to educate yourself on anything trading related. I'll just say there's a reason why I haven't changed my strategy in almost a decade, so take that into consideration. But yeah, never be afraid to hit me up and ask me about anything. So we got price looking like it wants to break down, but I don't trust it until we finally break P, because we've supported P a bazillion times. Kajima, because you can be my lady. Okay. Volume's low, but we are starting to sell off. Come on, bitch. I waited to 9 o'clock for you. Come on. Don't stop there. We only moved, what, like 2,000 pips for the day? Yeah, we only moved like 2K. 2K, baby!
When you work a 9 to 5, but under no circumstances should you ever trade at work. Instead, use your pay time off to trade, or trade on a market that's open when you're not at work. Never trade at work. I know it's really hard to find time to trade when you work a 9 to 5, but under no circumstances should never trade.
Now, once again, we're not quite breaking this gold zone. And at some point, right, we just got to make an executive decision to say, we're done. You know, we did break out of this wedge. I'm expecting this to drop, but I'm also not going to stay on here all day. So, I've taken a small profit at the beginning. I'm in this now with a small profit as well. If we support hard here, I'll definitely be done for the day. But I'll give it a little bit of time to see if it'll break through the gold zone, just so that I can get my stop loss into profit, and then I'll just get on with my day at that point. So once I do get into profit, I'm not gonna sit on here all day and watch it. I'll just get it into profit and then let it run or let it tap me out. But I've only got like 100 something on that first entry because I let it I allowed it to run. See, so we're getting some volume here. But is the volume going to be in our favor? Only thing I don't like is the same thing I didn't like about when price dropped at 630 is we're oversold. So for me to hold on to a sell, I don't really want to. I might just exit actually. I don't know if I want to hold on to. Yeah, I'm out. I'm out and I'm done. I'm taking a $16 loser on that. $16 loser to go enjoy my day. I'm happy about that. So I'm not going to force anything else. I'm going to call it a day here. I don't want to trade against being oversold, especially when we know we haven't broken it yet, right? What is this, like 650-ish area? We're still supporting hard, so would I want to get back into a buy here if this is hard support up? No, I am done. Yeah, I am completely done. I'm gonna drum this day up to just an abnormal day and take my $135. And I'll be happy with that. 135 times 3. That's 405 for the day. I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, I'm always going to be happy with profits. But yeah, remember, our job is not to take a winner home run every damn day. Our job is to protect our funds. So, if you guys are going to stay on, which I don't recommend, you know, we got this downtrend that price has been respecting. We got this uptrend that price has been respecting. You know, price can easily go right back up into this uptrend and continue because we are above the 500, which makes sense. But once again, do you want to go through all of that, or do you want to just take your entries on the normal days when we get our normal runs and then be done? For me, I'm done. So that is some big volume though pushing off of there, which is unfortunate if price just does want to run from here. But think about it. If you took losses today, you got to ask yourself, price barely moved 2,000 pips, right? So if we just look at the area of where price is ranging from 630-ish, even if we just take this area here from the bottom, like literally all you got to do is wait for price to break out of there. You know, once price shot up over here and it got to this order block-ish area, that was where I was already like, right? What did I say about this hammer? That hammer at 725, I was like, if price just doesn't continue up from this area, then there's a good chance we'll be ranging or we're going to just be stuck in a wedge. And from there, I didn't want to take an entry. I took the sell-off as we broke out of the wedge. I did do that. I didn't risk everything. And really the only thing I made was, well, I didn't make anything on the sell. I lost $16. So from here, I took it down here, expecting price to break through the P gold zone. It didn't. It shot up just now. I exited. And I didn't let it go to my stop loss, right? Like my entry here at 830 would have been like 400 pips. But I exited the moment that I saw some rejection. So I only got out like 5-10 pips or something like that. You know, I didn't wait for it to go all the way back. And why? We're oversold. P gold zone level above the 500. Like that'd be pretty stupid of me to hold on to it, hoping that it's just gonna go down, right? Hope is the killer of all dreams. So don't be hoping. Let the data make decisions for you. It feels uncomfortable at first, but once you start doing it, you'll be like, okay, take a $16 loser here, take a $100 loser here, then you take a $500 winner, and you're still up. So remember, probability, allowing the indicators to make decisions for you, is what's going to keep you guys profitable. So, because literally, once that hammer hit, and then we rejected down there at like 740, I was like, ugh, nope. Nope, 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 nope. At a bare minimum, we gotta wait for price to either break here or here. So throughout the day, I'll get rid of this order block here. And that's really it. So once I see price break through this area, I may consider getting in. You know, I'm gonna get ready to go to the gym. But if I see it break, I'll get it for like one contract. I'm not even gonna go half. I just went 250 on this last sell-off over here, and that lost me $16. So if I do see something breaking out, I'm still in profit for the day. But if I do see it, I will go in for one contract and just play the entry out. It'd be like that. It'd be like that. So. But it's actually, yeah, we're just ranging in between two levels now. What time is it? 8:51? I'll jump off at 9. I'll see what price does here in the next 9 minutes. But I would definitely tell you guys, do not force yourselves to be on days that are not normal. Because it'll keep egging you on, man. These charts have a good way at making you feel good just to take all your monies. See, now we got good support there. But price is trying to fight that downtrend. Price is trying to fight perp. And the only reason why I think price could go up over here is on the 1 hour. We're like just like 1,000 pips away from this uptrend line, which this uptrend line is also the 500 MA. So like if we look here, this is, if I go to the 1 hour, I mean 1 hour we're on perp. 1 hour we're on perp in the uptrend. So that's why I wasn't fighting the sells. I was like, if the sell doesn't want to happen, it makes sense because we're at an uptrend line on the 1 hour, on the higher time frames. 15-minute looks like we want to support up. 5-minute also looks like we do want to support up here. Wedding dress, wedding dress. Nas is making its way up too. Oh, you guys are giving us end of day volume. You dirty bitch. Nope, fuck it, I don't trust it. I'm not entering into anything until it breaks. 9 o'clock. I'm looking for reasons why, and then I had to just remind myself, look at all the reasons why you shouldn't, Edward. See, I even had to catch myself. I had to catch myself. Which means if I still have to catch myself, then you guys need to be very conscious of catching yourselves too. But that's why I like to talk out loud. You know? I like to talk it out loud because I can hear myself and I'm like, well, that was dumb, Ed. You shouldn't do that. It just allows me to hear what I'm thinking. Because sometimes when you just think it, it's never really real. Never really real. Five minutes left on this day for me. I've been lazy to post my trade reviews. Oh, I've just been so busy within my days. I love being busy, but I need to start prioritizing things again. I mean, I guess my trade videos aren't that important in the grand scheme of everything else that I'm doing. So I put them on the back burner. And just have a computer full of recordings. Dun, dun, dun. Wedding dress. I was gonna sleep a little more, but frick, maybe I should just go to the gym. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're the good angel on my shoulder. You're the good angel on my shoulder. I need you in my life. You're right. Thank you. You know what it is? It's usually in the morning I'll have an espresso. Like after I trade, I'll have an espresso, and that usually will get me through my workout and it will get me through all like my video posts. But lately, I don't know, man. The espresso has not been hitting me like it used to, and then like I just end up fucking getting tired. Because usually, like this past week or two, I go right to sleep. I get off the charts. I go back to sleep for like 30 minutes to an hour, and then I get up and I get on with my day. So I end up getting to the gym like, I don't know, noonish, which is crazy because usually I'm in the gym at like anytime between 7 and 8 o'clock, or at least by 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Yeah. Wildness. So what are we doing here? Nothing. Yeah, I wouldn't be looking to take anything until we're outside of this area. Nas looked good pushing through its P gold zone. Nas is making the W, but it's a backwards W, so not as strong. I thought Bowman had a speech. Oh, in 1 minute. Jesus. Well, that makes sense. That makes sense why price is ranged. Bowman's got a speech in a minute. It's crazy because everybody's so scared of what the news has been saying lately. Next week we got FOMC. Shit. That means we got PPI as well Thursday. Yep, PPI. Personal Price Index. And CPI should be Friday. Consumer Price Index. How much is our nation spending, even though we all don't have money? You'd be surprised. I see price is stalling out right here. I'm going to give it a few minutes and see if Bowman moves the needle. I'm going to give it 15 minutes to see if Bowman moves the needle. Rejecting perp now. Big volume coming down. Hmm. So if I redraw this wedge, we're still stuck in it. Finally breaking out here.
ticket?
Papo de estampa.
Oh my god. Oh my god. They call my leave. Holy shit. That was so scary. Parents of chicks.
Merry Christmas.
Get out there! Get out there! Very good. But you gotta stay under. Come on. Now we're fighting it. 2 minutes left.
And if you hear this and they're going with your back, going with your knees, baby, shake it to the max. The DJ, please turn up the bass to the max. Please just rewind, let me shake it. And if you hear this and
I'm taking my $16 back and I'm done. I'm done. Fuck this day. I got my $16 back. $405 still. We're good. Alright guys, I'm done now. I told myself I'd give this 15 minutes. I thought it would break down. It is not. At least I got to move my stop loss at the gold zone. And here we are. Effing around. What we'll do here, I don't know at this point. And I'm not staying on. So, I'm ending it here. I just got my $16 back that I lost on that other sell-off. It's just messing with us today. So, I'm being disciplined. And I'm going to GTFO. Price still could drop. Price is still underneath perp. If you guys stay on and watch this breakdown, good for you. I am not going to do that. So, I'm going to get on with my day. Alrighty, guys. Tomorrow's Friday. Tomorrow's Friday. Do we have any news tomorrow? PCE. PCE, that's it. Michigan sentiment. Oh, Michigan sentiment. Okay. Should be a good Friday then. Should be a good Friday. Alright guys, I'm GTFOing. If you guys are waiting, once again, just wait for the hard breakout of either this low or the high. I don't know when it's going to happen. But good luck to you if you're waiting for it. Alrighty guys, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Friday it is. Let me know how you guys do. Don't get bamboozled. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Laters.